What's up guys, TopTierYugioh here, and today we're going to have some Subterror Duels. We're going to be going against True King Dinosaurs with the Yang Zing engine. And this build is gaining a lot of popularity recently because it has the ability to make pretty strong combos with just one card. And so all you need is one Oviraptor, and that's going to allow you to make Ding Long. And then Ding Long converts a Yang Zing counter trap, the Pillars of the Yang Zing or something. And that pretty much is a solemn judgment. And so that allows you to make really strong boards at a very minimal cost. And then because it is only one card, it makes it pretty consistent as well if you do want to do that. And so it'll be interesting to see how this match plays out. Alright, so with that out the way, let's go ahead and get into the matches, and then at the end, we'll analyze this matchup. Alright guys, so that was 3 matches against the True King Dinosaur deck with the Yang Zing engine, and there are a few things that I want to mention. And so, we won 2 of the matches, they won 1, but in every single game that we lost, they were able to summon the ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And that card is really hard to play around, because it flips all of your cards face down, which would seem like a good thing against Subterrors, but all of your engine Subterror monsters, such as your Fiendus, your Nemesis Warrior, your Archer, they need to be face up on the field to use their effects. But then also it can attack all of your monsters and just destroy them, so it doesn't flip them so they don't get their effects when attacked. It's extremely hard to play around, and on top of that it has 3500 attack. So it requires you to be able to make certain plays in order to get over it. Another thing I want to mention is that in all of the losses, we didn't see either Hidden City or Final Battle. And so if you don't have a way to flip your monsters face up, you literally will just lose to Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. But then in all of the wins, we did see either Hidden City or Final Battle, I think. And there was even one game where they had Tyranno, but we were able to get over it because we did have Final Battle, so we could flip an Umastrix and then banish the Tyranno. And so that's just a really huge interaction. So an example of this is in that very first game, we had Fiendus and Umastrix in hand, but we couldn't summon them. Or we could have, but because we didn't have Hidden City or Final Battle to flip the Umastrix, he would have just attacked both of them with the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno for free, and just destroyed them. It would have been like a -2 for no reason. Which is why you need something like Hidden City or Final Battle, because that would have allowed us to flip the Umastrix and then banish the Tyranno. Now something else to note is that we did see starter cards in almost every single game, but how I'm sort of interpreting this is that the starter cards are important, but they're not what actually make the biggest difference in games. Seeing Hidden City and Final Battle are much more important than seeing starter cards, because Hidden City can search a starter card, like Hidden City can search Fiendus and that can get your engine going. Versus if you just have starter cards, you still can't do anything without, Hidden City and Final Battle. But going second also seemed to be a problem. If they can make their board of Dinglong and Pillars, which is only a 1-card combo once again, plus Tyranno, that's usually an auto loss. Like I don't think there's any hand that you can have that beats that in your main deck. Then the other thing about the Dinglong play is that Pillars shuffles it back into the deck, and so you can sort of play with what the Pillars is going to negate. So like if you have an Umastrix, what you can do is use the Umastrix Chainlink 1 and then Nemesis Warrior Chainlink 2 versus a Dinglong. They're going to have to use the Pillars to negate that, but then if they do, they're going to shuffle back Nemesis Warrior into the deck. And so the problem with that is that you're losing that Nemesis Warrior. And so your Chainlinks, in my opinion, are going to have to depend on what other cards you have in your hand. And so like if you have another starter card that you can use with Nemesis Warrior, then you might actually want to make Umastrix Chainlink 2 and then Nemesis Warrior Chainlink 1. That way they're going to shuffle Umastrix back to your deck. You're going to get back the Nemesis Warrior, then Nemesis Warrior can get back your Umastrix from the deck. But if say you have a Hidden City or a Final Battle or any other way to flip your monsters, then it might be better to make Nemesis Warrior Chainlink 2 so that goes back to the deck. And you still have the ability to flip your monsters, so Umastrix can continue to be a defensive force. And so how you order your chain links is going to depend on what other cards you have, and this is actually really important to remember for not just this matchup, but for any other matchup. But alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, if you're interested in the deck profile, that will be in the top right corner of the screen as well as in the description. If you're interested in any more Subterror content, then look no further than my channel, TopTierYugioh. There's a lot of Subterror content on there. I'll put another link to a playlist with all the Subterror stuff in the top right corner of the screen, so definitely check that out, where there are multiple different builds of Subterrors, different strategies and deck ideas as well. And so definitely check that out if you get the chance. I think you'll really enjoy it. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.
Remember that time, those cerulean tides, sapphire, sapphire.